And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We're joined by my co-host today, Melissa Banks, as well as Kate Thurman. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon.com platform, welcome. Make sure you guys hit that programming note so you guys can follow all of our programming here 6 days a week. You'll see the follow button either here in this corner or down below. We are simulcasting our broadcast, so we welcome those tuning in also on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoy the show as well. Have a very special guest that's joining us today. Her very first time with us here on Amazon Live. We have actress Dakia Anderson joining us today. We're going to talk to her about her extraordinary acting journey, what it's been like for her to do what she loves. You guys have most notably seen her in Beauty in Black. We're going to talk about that as well and let you all know how to stay connected with her. If you guys do have any questions for Dakia, make sure you guys do put them in the chat. The chat is open. I'll be curating that for us. But Dakia, thank you so much for being on with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, y'all.
Well, look, the pleasure's definitely all mine. I'm going to turn you over to the ladies here in just a bit. But I have a question for you. When I was prepping for this segment with you, Dakia, one thing that comes up in your post a lot on Instagram, we're going to let our audience know how to stay connected with you there, is the idea of gratitude. You're known for using that hashtag gratitude alert. What has it been like for you to kind of reflect on this journey you've been on and the gratitude you felt along the journey?
You know what? It's taken a long time to appreciate gratitude and to fully understand what it is. But I believe that the more you appreciate what you have, you'll receive more of that. So I don't know. I just had this epiphany one day and it was just like, I'm grateful. Like, it's a journey. It's not easy, but to just remain grateful and humble and appreciative of every opportunity, because you never know when the next one is lined up. So yeah, just stay in gratitude.
Yeah, it's a great thing, and it definitely is paying off for you. We're going to talk more here in a bit, Dakia. I'm going to turn you over to Melissa. She has a couple of questions for you, okay?
Sure thing.
All right.
Hi.
Hey, Melissa.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I love your energy, your excitement, and what you just said about gratitude. I'm one of those people that say there's always something to be grateful for, and if you just look and embrace it. So thank you for that. That really encouraged me today.
Thank you.
I did want to, I was excited with just preparing for today. You are an amazing woman. You've done so much, and you're young, so you have really done a lot. So I was just really inspired. But what I wanted to ask you was, I read in my preparation that even before you finished college, you had hosted syndicated TV shows.
Yes, ma'am.
And made your way to Los Angeles and made it so big. So talk to us a little bit about, did you always want to be an actor?
You know, I grew up in Baltimore City and I wasn't really sure what to call it. I was always really outgoing. I loved doing like the school plays, theater. We did a lot of musicals, and I cannot hold a note, but I found my way somehow in the production. Like, I just found something to do, whether I was in the chorus or like mopping in the background, just doing something. So it's always been like a part of me, but I never really knew like what it was or where to find it or how to reach for it. I didn't know what it was called. So until later in high school, I realized, oh, okay, so this can be a real thing, like acting as a career. I started figuring out other like avenues I wanted to take for careers, but then I realized like, oh, I can actually like put this energy somewhere and be productive with it. So yes, I've just always loved it, but I never knew what to coin it as. But as soon as I learned, I started, figuring out ways to get into the avenue. So hosting was something that I found to do in Baltimore, right? Modeling, even just like print modeling, sometimes runway shows also, but it was just always something with entertainment. So yes, ma'am.
That's an example of showing up, right? You didn't have to have it all figured out yet, but you kept showing up, and look at your life now. Well, I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to ask about working with Tyler Perry. How was that for you?
It was amazing. Whenever I think about it, I think of like when preparation meets opportunity, because they move fast. He moves fast. And the fact that he directed my episodes, wrote them, was on set, like it was just like mind blowing. But again, like I said, it's when preparation meets opportunity, because all these years I had put into this career, and to show up in front of this like mega director, filmmaker, giant in the industry, and to be prepared and to be able to just go through and do my work and it show up on screen the way that makes me proud. It was a really gratifying, exciting experience.
I love that preparation, all that hard work and just showing up.
Yes.
You have shown us just your life and your experiences. Thank you. This was definitely an honor to talk to you today.
You as well.
And I'm going to throw it over to Kate.
Thank you.
Hey, Takia.
Kate, how you feeling?
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm yes, I'm gonna start out by saying, I watched Twisted Justice 2 times.
Don't get me wrong.
I watched it a couple weeks ago. I love that movie. You did good. You did good.
Thank you.
But I want to start out by asking, who has been your biggest influence and how have they helped you?
My biggest influence would be my father. Growing up, on the East Coast, it's a mindset of like, go to college, get your degree. And both of my parents wanted me to do that, did that. But then I kind of felt like that wasn't it for me. So my father's always given me the freedom to kind of just like figure out my niche or where I wanted to be. And he actually, when he was younger, pursued entertainment hosting. He actually went up against Oprah Winfrey. So it's kind of like a full circle moment that now his daughter is like, oh, wait, I want to go to LA and pursue acting. And I went and got a summer job, saved up my money, got a credit card, and just like shipped myself out here to a job. And then I've just been figuring it out since. But he's been most inspirational to me, most supportive, just like the freedom to like live my life and not feel like I have a roof over my head that I can only get to a certain point and I can't go any further or I have to follow these guidelines. So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
I love that. I love that. How do you prepare for a role? Like, how did you prepare for Tyler Perry and Twisted Justice? I'm trying to tell you, I watch a lot of your stuff. So
thank you.
Roles.
Honestly, Kate, sometimes like Twisted Justice, as weird as that is, that just kind of came to me. And I don't know, certain movements and things just kind of happened. And I was like, oh, okay, we just in this space. But a lot of the times I'll like read the script a few times, kind of like learn the characters a bit more, the characters around my character, then kind of break down my character, understand who I am, and just kind of like delve into it. No secret magic code. I just kind of learn it and do the work.
I love that. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. I'm going to give it over to Cyrus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you.
Great job, Kate. Thank you so much for that. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. See you guys over there on the Amazon platform. Also, just tuning in over on Instagram as well. Hello to you, Kimmy Glow. Good to be to see you. Chul, hello to you. Jacqueline Jones, hello to you. You all are watching Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. We're joined by Takia Anderson. You see her there. You guys know her for some great roles. We're talking about Beauty and Back, but Peripheral is a movie that people have been applauding you for. Takia also, of course, as you heard Kate gushing about too. I mean, and that's the great thing about you too, Takia. You've been on so many different platforms, been on, of course, shows, film. What has it been like for you to kind of piggyback off what Kate was saying, to slip into the skin of these different characters and bring them to life? What has that experience been like for you?
It's been exciting. It's like, you do this work and you finally get to this point in your career where you get to like be these different characters and exercise these different personalities that are somewhere in there. So I don't know. It's a little crazy, but it's exciting.
And along the way, you've had this exciting experience of working alongside people who you respect and who love the craft, but also knowing that you also are someone now that someone looks up to and says, hey, if Takia can do this, I can do it. I want to talk about that first part because you've worked with some talented individuals. What has that experience been like for you to be surrounded by individuals who are as passionate about acting as you are?
You know what? It actually like makes me want to work harder. Not that I don't work hard, but it's inspiring. Like I worked with Damon Wayans and working alongside him and just seeing how he just kind of functions. It's like, oh, okay. Like this is just something to look forward to. So it's kind of like a push and it's kind of like a token that's like, okay, you're in the right space. Just keep going. Because when you're around those people that are where you aspire to be, it's like just, a little push, like just keep going, stay patient, stay the course. But yeah.
And then, especially because of social media, and we have for our audience joining us on social, we have your Instagram there. We're going to be giving it out too. You have these fans also that from project to project are cheering for you. What is that experience for you to know that not only do you have people that are celebrating you, Takia, but also people who are looking to you as an example of what's possible for them?
I love it. And one of my main purposes of still going and pursuing this career is to be able to inspire young women, especially young women of color. Mental health is so important to me, but I went through some traumatic things in my life. And, when the time is right, I would love to share that and just continue to tell young women that if I can do it, they can do it. Like, there's nothing in the way. The only thing in your way is you. And if you can remove those blockages, you can walk right into your destiny. So.
Love that. Love that. Tracy, hello to you. I see you over there on Facebook. Tracy says, nice interview. Thank you for that. Tracy, glad you're watching us over there on Facebook. Brandon Coleman, talented photographer. He says, nice. Glad you could join us as well. I want to go back to what Melissa was talking about. She mentioned, of course, Beauty in Black and working with Tyler Perry. I want to ask you about in particular with that particular project. I mean, it's gotten such a great response.
It has.
Of course, breaking records, of course, as all of his projects seem to do these days, especially on Netflix. What has that been like for you to see the success of Beauty in Black?
Had no idea. So it's amazing. I'm still just shocked, but just grateful because, he's had so many projects, Cyrus, and I've auditioned for plenty of them. But to get the opportunity to book this one on Netflix, which is top platform, and Tyler Perry, which is top filmmaker, it's mind blowing to me. So my word, I'm grateful. It's just it's divine timing. So I'm just happy to be in this space, and I'm happy to see we're still at number 1.
Yes, for sure. I was curious. I mentioned Peripheral, and then of course you have projects like Beauty in Black. What character, I'm curious, has lingered with you the longest after cut? Which one has been the most difficult to let go of?
That's a good one. A lot of my characters here lately have been a little off. So maybe that's just how I show up, and I'm okay with that. So maybe that just kind of lingers with me and I show up that way. So maybe it's something I do that I don't know that I do, but it just lingers. So maybe that's it. Yeah. I think all of them.
Yeah, and I think too, because I noticed even when I was prepping for the segment with you, I mean, you seem to bring so much of your energy to these characters to bring, to make them who they need to be. So that's why I was curious, because it's wow, I mean, she really embodies this different type of character where you're playing an officer, or playing someone like you're doing, most recently. So I have to ask you then, as far as our audience goes, we're wrapping up this year. Of course, you're still riding high on Beauty in Black. What are you looking forward to that maybe you can tell our audience about that's coming up for you next?
Sure. I actually have 3 feature films that I'm the lead in that I am looking forward to being released. I don't have dates yet, but as soon as they're out, I'm excited for those to come out on the platforms and networks they're coming out on. I'm just looking forward to just keeping building, keep growing, because I feel like this is my moment. So I just want to keep the snowball going and just keep rising and moving ahead. So, yeah.
I was referencing some of the different characters, Takia, you brought to life. Is there a type of character that you have yet to play that you would like to play?
Yes, there is. So I love the world of sci-fi. And when I think of sci-fi, I think of Avatar. So so it's action, but it's sci-fi. So something like that is a dream role for me. Also, I love procedural roles. I've done a couple I've actually done a couple on 2 Shonda Rhimes shows, but I want a cop or a nurse or an attorney, and it sticks with me. That's my character. It's not, not that I show up in an episode here and show up in an episode there. I just want to be that character all the way through the show. So that's another dream.
There you go. Well, it's out there now, and I'm so excited about this. Again, everyone, Takia Anderson has been our guest here on Cyrus Webb and Friends. Been great having you on with us, Takia. So excited for your continued success, and also really appreciate the time. I mentioned, of course, Instagram, but let our audience know the best place to be able to stay connected with you.
Sure. So Instagram, that's at DKIAANDERSON. Also, y'all, I started a TikTok with my workouts only on there, and that's at DKIA, the number 1. Instagram, I kind of post everything there. So.
Sherry says, congratulations, keep shining. Appreciate you for joining us as well. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in. It's another great segment of Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live, but we also thank those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. If you're joining us on the social media platforms, the episode will live there where you guys are. And as I mentioned, if you're joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, we have the Instagram link there for Takia as well, for you guys to be able to stay connected with her. Takia, definitely looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank y'all so much for having me. This was amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Melissa and Kate, great job as always. Appreciate the two of you. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb and Friends. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.